It's like that coming out thing here. When am I going to tell them again?
I'm not someone who's ever wanted to have children.
But kids are forever kids in our lives.
I take a pill every single day, which means it's impossible to catch HIV from
On
me.
my Grindr profile, I was openly out, and I would get taunts, I would get discrimination, I would get stigma leveled my
You
way.
equals you. Therefore, not a problem. I was more surprised when it became a bit of a thing.
Hi, I'm Mark. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm living with HIV.
Hi, I'm Mayette. My pronouns she, her, and I'm Mark's mom.
Right, Mark. How long have you been living with HIV?
So I've been living with HIV since September 2018. Good 5 years, exactly 5 years this week. The same week. Yeah, wow. 5-year anniversary. Didn't even realize that. Whew. That actually. Yeah, so it's been a little while. At the time, so 5 years ago, we were sitting, I think we went to a cafe.
Yeah.
And we sat down and you were so good.
How did you feel about disclosing that?
Oh, that wasn't something that I was going to hide. Thank goodness I did. I'm glad that I told you straight away. Because I didn't have to, it's like that coming out thing here. When am I going to tell them again? I found it a bit hard. I probably was scared of like how you would see me in terms of how did you get it. Not judgment isn't the right word, but I guess being like questioning how I got the virus, and was that due to risky behaviors or not using condoms at the time when they're readily available.
Did you feel any blaming? Did you think that I was going to blame or something like that?
No, it was more about me just thinking that I've disappointed you guys. Okay. That I was reckless, or that I wasn't looking after my sexual health properly. That's what was going through my mind. I guess it was, yeah.
Do you know what was going through my mind?
No, actually, no.
And when you said that, you know how a duck feels? You know a duck? When they're in the pond? The duck, when you see them, they're so calm. Underneath, they're like paddling like this. I think I was trying to be calm on the outside. There was no disappointment. Well, I was disappointed that you have to go through this now, the changes that's gonna happen in your life, that you have to go through. But I knew that you were gonna bounce back from that. You have all this support. It's fantastic. It's not like how it is years ago. The only thing I was concerned was the stigma. I'm glad that you were brave enough to tell me and your dad.
Did you think I was gonna die?
No, of course not. I mean, like I said, being a nurse, you know already about the things and taking me to the clinic. That was good. At least when I talked to your dad, I know that I needed to have those information because to relay that back to your dad and to give him assurance. I think your dad is probably more concerned about you. Because he would still have that mindset of years ago about HIV, AIDS, and things like that. Yeah.
What did you know about HIV before I talked to you about my status?
Compared to how it was, things have improved. And the support, clinically, medically, psychologically, everything, socially, there's so much in that.
So you knew about that before I talked to you about it?
Yeah, of course. And I have to, Mark. Whether you're straight or not, whatever, there's also that risk of contracting it, yeah? well, irregardless of your gender. There
That's
is that
true,
risk.
yeah.
I think one of the reasons why I became a nurse is to be able to understand what my children are going through and to be able to be there to help them. Because when your young sibling had a seizure and I was just like this, didn't know what to do, didn't know what was happening, I was so helpless. I didn't want to feel like that.
Did you take any steps to learn more about HIV after I shared my status with you?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On your own?
On my own. I also have been, what do you call this? Watching movies. Sorry. And then cry a lot.
Do you think you worry about me more than other parents because I have HIV?
What do you mean? I worry about you more
Because
than
I've got
other parents.
HIV, do you think that there is more to worry about?
About you.
Yeah, compared to someone who doesn't have it. Like me compared to my siblings.
Oh.
Because I've got HIV.
I always
Let's go
I
with
always tell this to each one. Each one of you are different individual. You have different paths. You're very different from each other. And the relationship I have with each one of you is very unique. It's not the same. It will never be the same. Each one of you are going through different paths. I worry, I think there's no special one that I worry more than the other. And like I said, children will always be children, irregardless of what phase in your life you are. Parents will always be worrying and will always be thinking about, kids. My worry with you is if I don't see, if you're deviating from, going through a detour from the path that you have set yourself towards, having a good health, maintaining good health, all these checkups, going through. It's fantastic now, Mark, to see where you are. It's a breath. It's a really good sigh of relief. Like, for example, when you tell us, oh, I can't make it to this because I'm volunteering with Thorn Harbor. Yes. It's those activities that you're now involved in. You're part of this, wonderful organization. The path that you're going through with your other brothers, or sister,
Yeah.
that's a different worry too. So it's a forced stress, but at a different level. Have you heard that parents react differently to how I did?
I have heard stories,
Okay.
and I've read stories about how, movies, which come from, I guess, true stories about how parents have responded to a HIV status. It's like this, disgusting thing that, and that's what they get for being gay, and also about shaming. I'm very glad that you guys have never been like that.
Yeah.
You guys have always been.
We can never be like that.
I'm thankful.
No.
Uh,
Anyone close to you who had parents reacting like that?
no, no.
Okay. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Being gay, maybe.
Has the experience of sharing your HIV status with me as your parent been different compared to sharing it with other people, like friends?
You're always asking me about, have you seen doctor lately? What's your viral load like? Very good questions to ask.
How do you feel when I keep asking you about that?
Good, because you're checking up on me in terms of, you're just wanting you just want reassurance as well, that it reminds me that you know, I have to go to these appointments and I have to look after my health. And, you know, we're gonna have to look after each other when we all get older and
Yeah, turning 40, young. Yeah, exactly. And I guess it's reassurance that you are in a good space, as you said.
yeah.
And you know, if there's anything we can do
Exactly, yeah. Thank you.
to help with anything, yeah, we just want to be there. But kids are forever kids in our eyes. I mean, children are forever children. It doesn't stop parents from, caring and looking after.
I'm glad that our family dynamics is the way it is, you know, especially coming from
Filipino.
sort of Filipino values,
Yeah.
traditional Filipino sense that
Yeah.
some people might have experienced back in the
Back
Philippines.
then,
I can
yeah.
only imagine what it might have been like if this happened in the Philippines, and
Oh, yes.
even the stigma that's
Oh, yes.
around and the treatment and the management
Yeah.
that may happen over there compared to here.
Yeah.
So
It is.
thank you for bringing us here to Australia. Yeah. Do you think our relationship has changed since I told you about my HIV status?
I think we're more open. We're more, yeah.
I think we've always been open with
always been
We've
open.
always been open with each other.
Do you think we over communicate?
No,
No, okay,
because I
good.
think we have a laugh at the end of the day.
Okay,
You know, we talk about hard stuff and
Okay.
we talk about serious things,
Okay.
but we have a good laugh at it about things at the end of the day.
Okay, that's good.
So even with things like, you know, a big topic like this, and I'm glad that we're doing this experience because we're able to share this experience and be very open. We're not just communicating to ourselves anymore. We're communicating with a lot more other
Yeah,
people.
True. That's true. Oh, no, that's true.
So hopefully our relationships with other people change when it
That's
comes
a good
to
point.
about HIV and talking about it.
Yeah, that is a
Um,
really good point. Yeah.
It's not just between
Between
like, you
us
know,
now, we've
Yeah.
expanded that.
Definitely,
Mm.
yeah.
No, that's good.
Yeah. So I remember how I came.
Hang on. I'll say action.
Sorry.
All good.